Hi, today we're going to, I'm going to show you how to use the intermediate editing functions of Serif MoviePlus Starter Edition to cover up things on your video like logos or personal, like your name or address or whatever that you might need to cover up. Now, excuse my voice, I have a big cold going on today. So here's your MoviePlus Starter Edition. It is the freeware version of Serif's MoviePlus regular video editing program, and when you open it up you get this. You can start a new project, import from disk, blah blah blah. Now this is, let me close the window, this is a free version of a commercial program, so some things like burning the DVDs are crippled. So the menu designer, and as you click around you'll see these things that are pinked out, things you can't do like burn the DVD and etc. Record a narration is pinked out. Here's a record a narration icon, it's pinked out. But we're going to show you just some intermediate ways of doing things. First of all, you have a media bar, you have a properties bar, which is blank now because we don't have any videos in the tracks. So click on the media bar. On the project tab, click on import media and click on import, and that'll take you, generally it'll take you just to your videos library. I've already been practicing like a good person, and I created a little clip that has a little logo on it that I'm going to want to hide. Here it is up here. If you hover your cursor on it, it plays, and this one only has moving clouds so you can't see much. Click and drag it down here to the video track. I want it to be a little bigger so you can see what I'm doing, so I'm going to take this over here and scroll it open a little bit. This icon is cool. If you have a long video, it makes it the length of what you can see. I don't want it that long. There we go. Okay, and I just put my long name down here in bright red letters that we're going to want to hide. Now there are some blanks which are slides that are already set up of solid colors, but the blanks in the library tab, click to open samples. You have some quick shapes you can use as masks, but we're not going to use those today. Click on fills and open it up, and these are your blanks, and they're gradients or they're animated blanks. If you hold them open, they're good to put titles on or sometimes credits or whatever. It's just a little sample selection. If you want to make a blank that's about the same color that fits into your video better, you can use Paint, or if you have a photo editing program you're familiar with, you can use that too. I'm just going to quickly do it with Paint. Go to Start, All Programs, come down to Accessories, and you'll see Paint right here between Notepad and Remote Desktop Connection. First, come up here to the big blue button and go all the way down to Properties. Make sure Pixels is selected, and then type in the width and the height of your frame. But you don't know the width and the height of your frame, so how do you figure that out? Go back here up to Media Project. Just hover your cursor on it, and the fourth thing down is frame size, 720 by 480. Or you can right-click. Click on Media Properties. It'll tell you right here, frame size, 720 by 480. Okay, back to Paint. So we want 720 as the height, because in videos the height is always given first. 480 is the width. We click OK. Now we need to pick out a color. This has color 1 for fill or foreground color, color 2 for background color. We want just color 1, so make sure that's clicked on. Come over here to Edit Colors, and we have a dark blue. And we want to move this up. And we want to watch this box right here until it looks like maybe the blue that we need. Whoops, get away from the red side. Oh, that's kind of a dark blue. Okay, well, it's too blue. Let's move it down closer to black. Yeah, we'll take that one. Okay. Come back up here to this little group right here, and in the middle of the top row is a paint can. Just click on it and click in there. And there's your blue color. Then we have to click back on the big blue button in the upper left corner. Save as. And we want this to go back in our samples. I already have an ocean blank, so I'm going to call this one Ocean Blank 2. And save it. And just close that up. Now we can import our media. Import. Find our Ocean Blank 2. Open it. Okay, now click and drag that down to the top track, which, as you can see over here, is the overlay track. Click, put it on the end, and click and drag it out to the same length as the video. Now, if it goes completely black, uh-oh, you've gone too far. Click, okay. Move it in just a hair more. Okay. Now you notice there are black bars on the side of our video. As soon as I can get it in there where it belongs. There we go, good enough. Anyway, so we know our video is 720 by 480. And if we see, there we go, let's make it like that. If we see the black bars, okay, let's go up here to File, Project Settings, and we know that the width and the height are different. Click on Modify, and it'll give you, you can type in the width and the height here. It's 720 for the width. The height is 480. Click OK. Okay, no more black bars. Now, how do we make this? Okay, there's a little drop down arrow right here, and there's a little drop down arrow right here. They actually have the same keys on them: opacity and transform, and opacity, crop, and transform. The little arrow connected to the clip is only for that clip. Okay, so we're just going to do transform, and we need to make our little blue thing size enough to cover up my long name down there in the corner. And then just click and drag her down there. You can still see it's still a little big. You can bring it in a little bit more. Whoa, part of it's showing. Okay. There you go. My goodness. Okay. And there you go, it's covered up. If you come over here, these things have opened up. Click on opacity. Now what if you want to, work with it again? Come back over here. Click on transform again. It'll allow you to make it, you can make it a little smaller if you want, it looks like. Okay, there you go. That kind of covers it up. Still, it's still a little bit too dark. It needs more green in it. Okay, what happens if your logo or something appears in one, let's say you have a lower left corner, but then somewhere along in your video something you don't want to be seen is in the lower right, and it's in the upper left. How do you do that? Well, you can add your blank more than once. Let's add it again. Now remember how I told you the little drop down arrow is only for the... So let's go on this one, transform. We're going to make this one small too. And what happened to the other one? I'll talk about that in a minute. And then I can put something up here in this corner. This one we're going to have to do separately, and there it is again. Okay. So that way, let me move this one down. As you run your video, it'll run down here, and then it'll run up there. Now, what happens if you need them to both? What happens if you have this one down here, your name or whatever it is you want to hide for the whole video, but something else comes up? Well, you need another video track. Now, you want to close this up. See this little up arrow? Bonk. Okay. Right click inside the track, insert video track, and you got another one. So move this one up here. Take this one. Pull it all the way along for the whole end of your video. Okay. Now when you run your video, you're going to have that one down below continuously, and the other one will only appear for a short period of time. Okay, and that's how you can hide things using Serif's MoviePlus Starter Edition. Now, how do you save all of this? Come up here to File, Export Movie, File. You want to save it as Windows Media or one of the other ones. I always save it as just WMV. It's less compression, better quality. Now, this is cool. I've already made one here that's custom, 720 by 480. Come over here and check things out. It should be 29.970 NTSC. Or if you need to change things, you just click on Customize, and you can change the bit rate. You can change whatever. Okay. We don't need to. We're just going to use this one. You get to choose the render quality. There's a very best, but it warns you that it's very slow. So I would use high. This makes a good video. And when you click Finish, the save file comes up. Just give it a name. Make sure it's being saved where you want it to be saved. And click Saved, and you're done. And that's all you have to do to use Serif's MoviePlus Starter Edition. Now when you close it out, you get this little selling point. That's okay. You just click Close, and it's gone. Save changes. No. Okay. And I hope this helps.